Hi guys, welcome to the vlog. So we're gonna talk about my college expectations. So I think I need to give like a little backstory though into like why I expected these things in college. But so essentially how like middle school, elementary school, middle school to high school worked for me was like I was not allowed to go to birthday parties, I was not allowed to go to sleepovers. I was never really allowed to go to my friends' houses. I'd kind of just go to school and come back home, or I'd go play golf. Um, and then that is where like I hung out with my friends or whatever. And so because I wasn't allowed to do that, especially like with school friends, I didn't have good school friends who were like cared about me or like who I felt cared about me because essentially I'd be in class or something and we'd be assigned a project and everyone was like, hey Christina, like you should be my project like partner. And so I never really felt a good connection with people, and I felt like the only use I had to people was that like I could get an A on a project or whatever. So my parents were really strict. I wasn't allowed to do all that stuff, and so I felt like I didn't have the opportunity to bond with a lot of people outside of school. So that was really tough for me because I feel like I'm a pretty social person. I really like meeting new people. I love hanging out with people. But that did kind of change my junior, senior year. I was allowed to go out a little bit more. Still not allowed to have sleepovers though, but you know, I'm a little bit more understanding now why. And I was able to hang out with my friends more, and it kind of was just like a taste of freedom for me, like having my own car, being able to go like to the beach with my friends every day. Yeah, it was really nice, and I always wanted to leave home. I knew for sure I did not want to go to school in San Diego because I did not want to be under the roof of my parents, because that meant that I had to, listen to the rules, I guess, and ask if I wanted to go out. And it's not that I think I'm gonna do anything reckless or stupid, but I just want to be able to do what I want to do. So I wanted to go away for college. I am still tracked on my iPhone. So my dad knows where I am at all times. And he knows like the battery percentage too. It's kind of weird. Anyway, so going into college, like I knew I didn't want to be close to home. So I decided on UCLA, and I knew for sure I wanted to dorm. I was gonna, and even during like COVID stuff right now, I decided to get an apartment with my very, very COVID conscious roommates. My expectations was just like being able to meet a bunch of new people, like a little bit more diversity. I feel like, especially at my school, I didn't know a lot of people like me. I didn't know a lot of Asians. A lot of my friends were not Asian. So coming into college, I'm not really sure if I expected this to happen, but I think I was aware that it might occur, that I meet a lot more Asian people. But essentially all my friends now are Asian. But there's no problem or any preference or anything. But I have really enjoyed being able to talk about like my childhood and eat like home cooked meals and not be ashamed of who I am. So that's something that's been really, really nice in college. But aside from being able to like meet new people, I also was just expecting to go to parties. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but I did not get to do a lot of fun stuff in high school. My friends would be having like after homecoming, like kickback, stuff like that. I never went to a single one, and I never knew what it was like, and everyone knew me as like, the smart girl who just studied all day or whatever. And I was like, that is not me. I do not study as much as you think. And I do like to have fun, and it is my idea of fun. So I really wanted to get a little bit into that scene when I was in college. I was also looking forward to getting more professionally developed and joining more clubs pertaining to like healthcare. So that's something I looked into when I first joined. And if I look back at like the enormous activities fair, what it's called, that big one, I remember trying to find all like the pre-med ones and pre-PA, the EMT ones. I was really, really interested in getting more experience in that way. And so that was one thing that I expected. And I think I also wanted to, I did want to get in touch with my Asian culture actually. Like I went to ACA. That was one of the first things I went to was ACA. But that's also because my brother at UCSD is in CASA, which is like their Chinese organization. So that was something I already wanted to do when I went to college, just because like I wanted to clubs like that, social clubs, it's a good way to like make friends, and I wanted to make friends in college. Another thing that I expected was that you always hear that college is hard, and so you always hear the line like C's get degrees. So I honestly was just expecting to pass my classes, like thinking it was okay. But then after actually like meeting my friends and stuff, they're all still very, very driven to, like get that straight A because it's just something they want to do. And also hearing about like grad school, you need like a good GPA. So I kind of did come in expecting like C's get degrees. But after actually taking the classes and stuff, first of all, I felt like it was pretty doable to get like a B or an A. And then also having like, I was also quite motivated by like the people around me, which I think is something that's really good that happened. And yeah, I also expected to get pretty close to my roommates, which is something that did happen. Me and my roommates did almost everything together. So we did like Casa Dance Off, all of fall freshman quarter, freshman fall quarter. And then even like winter quarter, we tried to join all the same clubs. We ate dinner together all the time. We hung out together all the time. And it was really, really nice. So I really enjoyed getting close to my roommates and having fun with them in our room. Hedrick Summit, it was very, very roomy. And all our other friends would come to our room too, just because it was the bigger one. And we also had all the food and all the games. And then we'd hang out in the lounge. So like just all like the late night stuff I wasn't allowed to do. Like when I was in high school, I had to be home by like 11. That was my curfew. Which I will say my dad pushed like pretty far back for me. It used to be like 9 p.m. So 11 p.m. is like pretty solid. But like, again, just talking about the freedom in college, like I was able to be in the lounge at like 4 a.m. with my friends, eating ramen and like doing mind riddles. It was so, so fun. That's one of like the memories I still remember today. It was a really fun night. So yeah, it's just really cool stuff like that. I just wanted essentially like the freedom, to get degrees, but that to change now. The fun scene, and just being able to be more in touch with my culture. So yeah, those are my college expectations. Maybe you relate to some of them, maybe you don't, but I hope you enjoyed listening. Bye bye.